Well, here we are. It's that time of year again, and Big Brother 20 is premiering in just a few days. So we thought we'd get together a little early and do the house party pre-game show. We're going to talk about the new cast, the
new house,
the twists, whatever we think is going to happen. We'll do a draft. And, I'm Andrew Cox, and joining me as always, Ryan Duvall.
How you guys doing? So June 27th will be the 2-hour premiere of Big Brother Season 20. Season 20, can you believe that? That's amazing to me.
It's been a long time coming, Thought it might be All-Stars, but...
Right, and that was one thing that I wanted to talk to you about, Andrew. So Julie tweeted a video of a key that had a star on it, very similar to the logo of Big Brother All-Star. So I was thinking, we both caught on that. And I was getting my hopes up. But hey, at least we have 16 new people. Hopefully no returnees. Hopefully we learned our lesson from season 19. Hopefully. And hopefully we'll have a totally new season, new people, and new gameplay. That's all I want.
Yeah, the key thing and the fact that there was all that casting for Amazing Race with former Big Brother players, I thought that might be some
Big Brother's starting to branch out because they're on MTV's The Challenge now and doing some other dating shows on MTV. So they're starting to branch out. They're getting the name out there. Jose, for whatever reason, was on Champs versus Stars on MTV. Apparently he's a star. Apparently being in the house for 2 weeks makes you a celebrity. I don't know. Wouldn't agree with that, but...
What is Champs versus Stars?
It is... All right, so MTV has The Challenge. It's their answer to Big Brother, but it's not as good, and I will stand by that 100%. I couldn't tell you what the rules are because they seem to change by episode. So I just kind of watch it just because it's something to do, but I don't recommend it to anyone.
So that was just a version of The Challenge.
Right. Yes.
Okay. I thought that was a whole other show.
But speaking of challenges, doing some research, this premiere night of season 20, there will be 3 challenges that will be made, and that's all that was given. 3 different challenges, and they are described as they will yield a game-changing power and 2 unprecedented punishments. And this is coming from Hollywood Reporter, so we will thank them for this info. I don't know what that means, unprecedented punishments. I can't imagine what they haven't done yet that they can say.
Right. I mean, except for, I don't know. I feel like they could twist that in a lot of ways where it's unprecedented, but, not really. Like maybe it's a variation of something they've already done. But,
just like a unitard or something that they haven't used before.
Right. I mean, that would technically be unprecedented, but I don't know. As long as it's like last season, there was unprecedented when, Cameron got the boot that way.
Yeah, and
so I hope it's not something like that again.
Hours. Yeah,
because they
have 16 people, and that's the same amount of people that they had for season 19, not including Paul.
Right.
So there's still a chance that someone.
So that is 16 is the number. So it could just be these people, or they could do a terrible swap type deal, which could be the unprecedented.
Yeah, I sure hope
power.
We've learned our lesson.
Choose if the person stays or goes. I don't know.
We'll have to find out. But along with that, for the Sunday, July 1st episode, which I imagine is the 2nd episode.
Ish.
Is said the 3rd.
Yeah, because there's probably there's Wednesday and Thursday are back to back, and then there's going to be one on Sunday.
So Sunday, July 1st, we'll introduce a tech-themed twist called the BB App Store. Now, essentially, what I've understood from this is we, the viewers, have the power to get our favorite house guest trending on social media. And this trend will allow us to enhance our favorites' experience, or could punish other house guests and quote unquote crash their game. Get it, Tech? And that goes along with the house theme.
Yeah, I'm into the theme of the house and the tech and the apps, whatever. That's cool, but this BB App Store is just a way of. It's a new name for the care packages. That's all it is.
Right, exactly. But it's also getting their hashtag out, which is beneficial for them. So we'll see how that goes.
Hopefully it's. I don't know.
But speaking of the house, though, Julie gave us a tour online, and what do you think of it?
I mean, I like it a lot. I think it's one of the better ones in a while.
Yeah, they have some cool things. I could do without the emojis. I think that's. Can we just quit with all that? So it is tech themed, internet type thing. There's an indoor rock wall for whatever reason. That's kind of cool. Might keep you busy for a little bit. One new change that I noted was that, so we all know that the HOH room, you can spy on the rest of the house. But now the HOH can still do that, but with the added addition of having access to an intercom system, which could really screw people up.
Yeah, I did not see that.
So they can, I guess, talk to whoever they want, go from room to room and make announcements.
Yeah, it says they can.
So depending on who that is, they could be a real hindrance.
It says they can go through selected rooms, so they can just target a specific room to talk to if they want. That's interesting.
That's like psychotic warfare right there. Just make sure people that you hate can't sleep. That's we're getting to the nitty gritty now.
Huh.
But with a new house comes new house guests.
Yep, we got 16 new ones. We got to go through them now to give our thoughts and then do some drafting.
Right. So the house guests are listed on the CBS website. You can check them all out now. And Andrew and I, we will go through them one by one, talk briefly about them, what we expect of them, and then we'll go and we'll do our draft and see which one is most likely to win this thing.
All right, so first up we got Steve Arienta, a 40-year-old former undercover cop from New Jersey. So, Ryan, what do you think about Steve?
I'm getting some major Glenn vibes from this guy.
Yeah,
if they have to pick teams, the young people, they're not gonna pick the old guy.
No, I mean, hopefully he's a little more skilled than Glenn, but
it's not hard to do. But fingers crossed. He is an undercover cop, as you mentioned. So, Derek was also an undercover cop. Will he be able to achieve the same thing that Derek was?
No.
We'll find out.
Do you think that he will even try to hide that and pretend he's something else, or just be open with it?
His occupation states former undercover cop, so maybe he has something else now that he can say, I am this, and he wouldn't necessarily be lying.
True. So
if he was smart, he wouldn't say, hey, I'm an undercover cop. But we don't know much about him. We'll find out in the first episode. His favorite house guest of history's past is Mike Boogie. Does that bode well for him? I don't know. Mike? I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, that's a pretty safe pick, because he prefaces that with, I don't know all of them. So I get that as he probably not watched too much. And if you haven't watched too much, you still probably know who Mike Boogie is. So,
right.
Who knows if he really knows too much about his game.
So for right now, Steve is not much of a contender for us. Do we agree on that?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like for a player like Steve, he's got to, if he can make it through the first couple of weeks, like if he's not out right away, like Glenn, he can maybe ride pretty far, but
lay low.
Yeah, maybe he can be this season's Kevin, but
I don't know. Kevin was one of my favorites, so hopefully, if he follows Kevin's path, I'd be pretty happy.
Yeah, me too.
But fingers crossed. Yeah. All right, so we'll move on to the next house guest.
Yeah, house guest number 2, Sam Bledsoe, a 27-year-old welder from Virginia. What'd you think about
Personally,
Sam?
She was one of my favorites. She's smart in saying, her strategy is to use her natural advantages. Before welder, she was a server, so she has the outgoing personality. And her strategy is to, lay low and to get a reading on everyone, which is smart. And she said she's extremely perceptive and master of the mirror technique, so she knows how to mold herself. So I'm thinking this girl has a good shot, and I like her. I think she's pretty, so that'll keep her around. I just think she's a cool girl. Weird facts, she raised honeybees. She can catch snakes and raccoons with her bare hands. I mean, just kind of like a far out there person. So I do like her.
I think, yeah, she has potential, but I would also worry about if how she is, maybe how she perceives herself versus how she's actually going to come across.
Right.
Like she might just be way, too intense and, turn people off. And because she also said she wants to be first HOH. So I don't know if that's something that will be a good decision or.
Yeah, that usually does not go well for most people. Try to avoid it. So if she wants it, she might easily be able to get it.
Yeah, I think it's definitely possible. I mean, she looks like she could, like she has it.
She's a contender
for sure.
Yeah. All right, so house guest number 3 of 16 is Haley Brocher from Village Mills, Texas, and she is a college student and 21, being a very young house guest.
Yeah, she's. I think she'll hang on for a little bit. She's definitely the, pretty girl stereotype that should probably float around for quite a while.
She is in college, but her school major is psychology. So she plans to use that to her advantage, and that's a big part of it. So hopefully she is far enough in the program that she actually knows what she's talking about and can use it.
Hopefully. I mean, she's 21. She should be, taking a few classes at least.
Weird facts about her. In 4th grade, she raised a goat named Ringo for FFA. She, in 6th grade, found out she was adopted. And she has 2 fears. One is more unreasonable than the other, but one is chainsaws. I get that. And the other is crossing the street, which if she goes to college, I'm sure she does that a lot on campus. So I'm sure that's a fun view to watch from across the street when this cute 21-year-old girl can't seem to get herself across the street.
I don't know. I mean, you've been on those campuses. Some people stop for nothing.
Most people on campus want to get hit.
I mean, you're not so keen to run across the road yourself.
Well, I don't stroll along like you do. I do have a normal fear of getting hit by a car, but you're much braver than I guess. So moving on to the 4th house guest, Casey Clark. What do you feel about Casey Clark?
She says she's a pro football player. I don't aware of what is the women's pro football? What is that?
If it's anything like women's basketball, no one watches it or knows.
Well,
so
there you go. But I mean, I guess she's going to be a physical competitor, that's for sure. And she said she likes Cody from last season. So, if she has his temperament, that might not go too well.
But she does apparently have the brawn to back it up. So hopefully she
has the brain.
But she was one that I think could stick around because, if you have the athletic ability, you can usually win yourself some challenges. So she, in my opinion, is one to watch.
And it says she moved for a girl. So she could, work all, men and the women in the house.
It's a good strategy to have. Don't fence yourself off from half the sexes in the house. Just go for everybody.
For everybody. That's right.
So next we have Tyler Crispin from his current city is Hilton Head, South Carolina. And he's a lifeguard. And honestly, I could have called a lifeguard or a model or surfer from a mile away. So that does not surprise me.
Not at all.
His 3 favorite house guests are Victor, Zach Rance, and Dan Giesling. So that's a pretty solid group. I don't mind them. It's an
interesting trio he's got there.
Victor for his resilience, Zach because he's hilarious, and Dan because he is just straight up savage. So if he can mold himself together with all 3, he's got a shot.
Yeah.
And he's got the looks, which we all know keep people around a little longer.
Or you target you first. A lot of times they go for the handsome jock first.
Too pretty to stay here. His strategy was very similar to the Brigade from season 12. He said he's going to get in tight with someone that's on the complete opposite of him, so no one is aware. And then the 2 of them will get on opposite sides of the house. They'll share intel and keep each other safe. And then he says by the time Final Four runs around, he'll cut them and take credit for the whole thing. So that's a lot to do, but if he can pull it off, that's a very good strategy.
It's a very specific strategy going in there, but
at least the Brigade had at least 4 people. True. To split the house into 4 is a lot better than split it in half.
Yeah, we'll see if he can succeed.
So next up, Bailey Dayton. She's 25. From Montana. Well, her current city is Georgia. Her hometown is Montana. And she is a flight attendant. What do you think of Bailey?
She says she likes, her favorite is Donnie. So.
What a strange choice. Like, Donnie was a nice guy. But, gameplay-wise, did you really think that that's the person you want to look up to?
I don't know, maybe. She says she wants to stay clear of the drama. So if she can do that,
the people who say that and the people who say they don't want showmances are always the ones that get them. So that means nothing to me.
And, she talks about the Bible and God, and if she's anything like, what was her name last season? Or that just turned everybody off.
Yeah, I think that made her a target. I know what you're talking about. She did win Miss Congeniality, so she does seem to be well liked personality wise. So maybe she can pull it off.
Yeah.
But still have 10 more to go. Next one is Caitlin Herman. She's 24 from California, and she is a life coach. Don't ask me what that entails. Don't know.
She just kind of tells other people what to do with their life.
It's a therapist, in my opinion. Her favorite is also Victor. So we got a lot of Victor fans. Being able to come back twice in one season, I guess that's a very resilient thing to look up to. So I understand. She has some weird crystal obsession. Yeah. Apparently she uses crystals for her self-zen. And that's something that she said she would love to bring with her, along with essential oils and her quality of life journal. So a real out there kind of woman. We'll see if the rest of the house is game to deal with that.
People like that, into the crystals and stuff. I don't know if they. She said, "What would you take?" So I don't know if they're. I'm assuming they're not letting her bring the crystals in there, but.
Right. That is a big part of her life. She uses them to sense bad energy.
She will talk about
she's a real
as much as she can.
Yeah.
And she says
juju type person.
She says if she senses bad energy with her family or friends, she without invitation starts to sage them until the negativity is cleared. So I have a feeling she might be the kind that gets on people.
She's gonna rub people the wrong way.
Nerves, for sure.
Well, next up is one of the contestants that I'm most excited about. Winston Hines. He's from our alma mater town of Bowling Green, Kentucky. He's a medical sales rep. So being able to, he auditioned the same place that we did back when. And, it's kind of cool to see that someone from your area, you were in the same room as this person possibly at one time. So it's kind of, they don't necessarily look over everyone. They actually did pick someone from good old BG, Kentucky. So he is one of my favorites just because of the hometown feel that he has. But he wasn't always a Big Brother fan. He just recently started marathoning and everything. And the reason that he tried out was because of Cody from last season. He liked the way he played. He liked his attitude, and figured he should give it a go and win it for him. But he did say that he also read Derek's book. So I think he'll learn from that, and he'll use some Derek strategy of his own. So I think the mixture of Cody and Derek, I think that's a pretty good mix, and I'm excited to see what he has.
Yeah, me too. I hope he can represent us, And he says, I was a little confused. He says he's been living alone for 2 years now, so he's like used to isolation. I mean, he wasn't like in a cabin out in the woods. He just like didn't have a roommate. Is that what he's saying?
Just didn't have a roommate, yeah. But he did have a dog, which he apparently writes love notes to every day before work. And he has said that he has been mistaken before for Justin Timberlake or even Ryan Reynolds. And I mean, I can kind of see it, but that's
Ryan Reynolds maybe, but not Justin Timberlake. Sorry,
but definitely one to watch out for. Good old Bowling Green. Next is one of the scariest contestants I think I've ever seen. This is Angie Rockstar Lantry. Don't know why her nickname's Rockstar. We'll have to find out. It probably has something to do with those obnoxious glasses and hair.
Glasses like that.
But she's a stay-at-home mom. She looks like that weird professor from Harry Potter.
McGonagall?
The one with the potion person with the glasses. I don't know Harry Potter enough, but like I've seen the screen grab, and those glasses are huge, and she's got it down. Not someone I would want to live with, for sure. So I would... If I were in the house, I'd probably want to get rid of her because she seems pretty out there.
Yeah, she also has crystals. So, we could have a crystal alliance forming here. Crystal.
Oh, God. one thing that makes me think that she's really weird is that, all right, if I gave you the name of Joey Van Pelt, would you know who I'm talking about?
No.
Okay. Well, season 16, she was the girl with the blue hair that got eliminated first because she wanted an all-girls alliance. And that is one of the contestants that she looks up to. The week 1 eliminated house guest of season 16 is who she looks up to. So they got the color thing hair going in common, both females, I guess feminism. But at the same time, maybe the first eliminated house guest is not the one that you want to look up to.
She decided on Frankie Grande. So,
which,
yeah.
She had given some fun facts about herself. She has a turtle that's 24 years old. She gave a natural birth to all of her kids. Ouch. And somehow a unicorn walked her down the aisle during her wedding. So I don't know if this was a sober wedding or what she was on that she thinks that, but a unicorn apparently walked her down the aisle.
On a horse's head, called a unicorn.
Yeah, just duct taped it. So, good old rock star. We'll see
to ride the middle for
what
a while.
That's about.
As long as people don't find her annoying.
I can see her. Right. That's the kicker. She can do that. All right. Number 10 is JC Mundo from California, and he's a personal dancer. This guy's interesting. I don't know if you've come across his Twitter.
No, I didn't go on.
You know what I'm talking about? Well, that's one thing everybody has to be aware of is when you get in the spotlight, people are going to find your social media. And people came across his, and there's multiple videos of him groping himself, and there's even one of him going to town on a plush Minion doll.
What?
So, yeah, that exists. So if you're interested in seeing that for whatever reason, guys, it's out there. So go have a look.
Weird. You know, yeah, I don't know if he's going to make it too far.
Yeah. His favorite house guest is Josh from last season. Strange choice, but go for it. Apparently he has a short fuse, which matches his short height. He can dance, so he might have some athleticism, flexibility.
We'll see.
We'll
he
see
could
what
win
happens.
those the wall challenges that James is so good at.
Right. He has less center of gravity. Or I guess more center of gravity. So maybe challenges will be his thing.
Maybe.
Next up is Brett Robinson. Now, as I was looking through, I was like, okay, another good-looking person. But then you read more about his personality, and this guy just seems like a total douche.
How so?
He's 25. He's a cybersecurity engineer. And from what I read, from the Hollywood Reporter article, they were like, would you want to be, are you here for fame? And he's like, oh, yeah, I'd love to be famous. I'd love to be the next Brad Pitt. He's getting old, so I'll kick him out, take a spot. I'm like, oh, let's calm down, dude. You wish you were half the person that Brad Pitt was. So we'll see. And apparently he comes from money. It's another thing that I read. So
just look at the headshot on here. Like, people are gonna hate him.
Yep.
It's a punchable face.
Yep. Yeah. I think he'll bode well for the women of the house, the straight ones at least, and maybe that will be something to keep him around a little bit. But I don't know. I'm personally not a fan of him. We'll see if he can turn around.
I agree.
So, Number 12 of 16 is Angela Rummins. She's 26, also in California. She's a fitness model. What do you think of Miss Angela?
Well, she loves Rachel Riley, so I like that about her.
I'm a fan. Yes, that's a good one to look up to. She runs her own business, so she is obviously smart. She can do that. She seems like a very nice person too. She gives 10% of her income to different charity every month. She says, when I go on dates, I pretend I'm not athletic and then crush them at athletic events. So she can play the game. And she tried out for her own high school football team. It doesn't say if she made it or not, but she is obviously very athletic that she can even attempt to do that.
I think she can go far.
Seem to have a very athletic group this year, from what I've seen. So we'll see if the brains meet up with the brawn. Speaking of which, the next contestant is Scotty Sultan, 26. He's a shipping manager. I believe that he is our token nerd for the season, if I had to guess by the headshot of glasses and neck beard.
Ryan, you are stereotyping. Okay.
Hey, the casting director does it first. I'm just basing it off of what they do. But one thing that I will say that I like about this guy, his favorite cast member is Evil Dick, and that's something that I can respect. One of my favorites too. So he has good taste.
Yeah. He likes to skull.
He got catcalled while working at the movie theater during 50 Shades of Grey. So I guess, the horny soccer moms are after him. We'll see if that helps him in any way during the maybe Rockstar. She seems like a horny soccer mom. Maybe she'll get into that.
Maybe. Rockstar.
Next up is, we'll see if I get this right. Faisal Shafat.
Yeah.
Is that how you would say that?
Yeah. Faisal.
He's a RIP substitute teacher from Orlando, Florida. 26. Also, another favorite is Victor. So these people seem to be on the same page. Maybe Victor's going to come back.
I bet they gave them that season in Sequester to watch.
Yeah, because a lot of people are basing it off of 16.
It's a lot of, yeah.
You can see that. But I read more about him. He originally had tried out for Survivor and didn't get it. But the casting kept his profile and said, we don't necessarily want you on Survivor, but we do want you in Big Brother. So he doesn't know much about the game, Big Brother. So we'll see if that transfers well for him.
Yeah, I mean, I think that can work in their favor sometimes.
I don't know what kind of crazy person would want to actively go on Survivor in place of Big Brother. I mean, being fed and being air conditioned seems way more than being stranded on an island and starving. I don't know. I couldn't do that. All right, and we're getting down to the final two. This one is Rachel Swindler, 29, from Las Vegas, and she is an entertainer there in Vegas. She was apparently cut last season, and she was most likely going to be the Jessica of that season. So if you can imagine not having the Cody and Jessica love connection, she was going to be in place of. But they pulled her out last minute and gave her this spot. But she does like Brittany Haynes, also a favorite of mine, because she's hilarious and she has a good balance of social and physical gameplay. Respectable.
Yeah, I think, she says her friends call her Crachel.
She's crazy.
So, I don't know. Hopefully she can not be as intense as
I kind of liked the intense,
Jessica.
though. That's what I...
No, I know,
right.
But it's just
they
not good.
They do look very similar, though. Like,
long-term strategy.
I could see where, they had these two people that looked exactly the same and they had to pick one. I can see it. A fun fact about her is that she does a killer monkey impression. So I can't wait to see why she knows that and why she has that talent, or why she would either need to use it in the house. But we'll find out. And our last contestant.
And
go for it.
Last but not least, got Chris Swaggy C. Williams, a 23-year-old day trader from Bridgeport, Connecticut.
I don't know. This guy, his favorite is Paul. So he's already on my shit list.
Yeah, he says he, let's see what he says. He says, this last sentence here. He's better than every single winner over the last 12 years, aside from Derek, Evil Dick, Dan.
That's 4
and
people.
Rachel. So hold up. Yeah, he's better than the last 12 years, aside from 4 of those people.
So he's...
Which, I'm sorry,
I mean, first off, you can't really say that because he lost twice. And so he's better than 8 other winners of the past 12 years. I call BS. I think Swaggy C is on something. He does state that he has a photographic memory. So if he gets to those challenges where memorization is key, that's going to help him. So I'm excited. Hopefully these premier challenges include something with a photographic memory, because I do want to see that play out. I want to see if he's speaking the truth or not.
Yeah, and he says he's good at the quick kind of math, like how many seconds did this or that
so
take.
He is the brain of the season. So we'll see if that works out for him.
Yeah, I think he could be good.
Well, that was our 16 new house guests, and so it's time for our draft. We'll do this dodgeball style. Each pick one until we have a team of 8, and then hopefully one of our 8 will win and beat the other and to win some bragging rights at the end of the season. So, Andrew, I'll let you go first. You pick your favorite.
Oh, flip a coin.
Flip a coin?
Flip a coin. Yeah, what you call it?
Heads.
And it's tails.
All right. So, you got first pick.
All right. Guess I'll go first. Oh, man. I want to be able to look at them in a grid form. Do you have a list, or is it only
the slides?
Oh man, okay.
Actually, if you go to, this is for all of you at home, go to cbs.com, the Big Brother page, scroll down, and they have them in tile form, 4 across.
Okay, perfect. Here we go.
It's a tough decision. We don't know much about these people yet.
No, we don't. I'm gonna take
Casey Clark. All right, that was one of my possible contenders. So, damn it. All right. Well, you did that. So I'm gonna go with my BG boy, Mr. Winston Hines.
Mr. Winston. Where is... I don't think
can scroll with the arrows. There. 1. Oh.
It stops at JC.
Well, that doesn't bode well for those people.
They're the first to go.
It's weird that there's 10. They're just like 6 randomly missing. Huh.
I'm going to take facial.
We'll just completely butcher that. Julie's going to say it out loud and we're going to say, we weren't even close. All right. My turn. I'm thinking I might switch it up and go with Sam Bledsoe, my welder girl.
Okay. I was thinking about her.
I'm surprised you picked Faisal. When we did our draft of Celebrity Big Brother, you avoided Chuck Liddell. So picking the big muscle head surprises me.
I feel like there's some other people on this cast that are probably worse about that than him. I'm gonna go. Oh man. I'm gonna go with Haley.
All right. A college student. There's a Haley and a Bailey. That's gonna get confusing.
One of them must go.
I'm gonna pick. Oh, this is tough. I have a few that I'm. You know what? I'm gonna go with. I don't like his taste in contestants, but I'm gonna pick Swaggy C.
Oh, I should have picked him.
That math talent might just come in handy.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Angela. I want her.
Angela. That was one that I was contemplating as well. Oh, well. I think I'm going to go with Scotty.
Oh, damn you.
I'm going to go for brains this season.
The nerd. All right. What can you do? Let's see. There's something that I'm just straight up avoiding.
Oh, yeah. Me too.
But we're going
one of these, we're going to get stuck with some people.
You know, I have faith. Give me Steve.
Oh, really? Huh. Okay. I'm interested to see how that plays out for you.
He's going to be gone first night.
Huh. I keep seeing the faces of some of these people, and I'm just saying no way in hell, and I know I'm going to get stuck with them. We're getting down to the nitty gritty. I'm going to change it up. I'm going to go with JC. My little minion fucker.
JC. I was avoiding him. That was one of them.
He might surprise us. There's another contestant that I'm avoiding like the plague, so we'll see.
I know who it is. I'm gonna leave you with her. Okay. Trying to figure out who got left. Who do you have so far?
I have Winston, Sam, Chris, Scotty, and JC. You have Casey, Facial, Haley, Angela, and Steve.
Right. Okay. I'm going to take Rachel.
Okay. That was going to be my next pick. Well, you picked Rachel, so I'm going to go with...
We can do some trades.
And I don't like this guy either, but I'm going to pick him. I'm going to pick Brett. Brett the douche.
Brett the douche.
It's going to be my nickname for him all season. Brett the douche.
He has to prove us wrong because he...
If the glove fits.
Yeah. Give me. Okay, let's see. Do I want? I'm gonna take Tyler. Surfer Tyler.
We are getting down to the nitty. So I am playing out my options. I'm thinking, all right, so we have Angie Rockstar left. We have Caitlin, the life coach. Bailey Dayton, the flight attendant. And Tyler Crispin, the lifeguard.
I just picked Tyler.
Oh, yeah, you did. So, not Tyler. I need some more women on my team, so I think I'm gonna go with Crazy Caitlin.
Oh man. So we got Bailey
and Rockstar, I believe.
All right. Well, give me Rockstar.
Really?
Yeah, I'll take her.
You're gonna go with Rockstar.
I'll take her.
Huh. I was pretty much set. I figured I was going to end up with her. All right. Well, I will take Miss Bailey then. All right. So we have our teams of 8. And throughout the season, we will cross out names and see which one is left standing and who's going to win.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I think I got a pretty weak squad, but we got to...
You think so? Because I felt the same way when I did the draft for last season of Celebrity Big Brother. I was like, I did it based on personal because I actually somewhat knew these people. You don't really have that advantage with the regular season. So I feel like I got a nice equal team. So we'll see what happens. But watch you win the whole thing anyway, so just screw whatever I said.
Yeah, I'm going to win every time.
But going into the season, looking at the contestants and the new house and the theme and possible challenges, what are your expectations for this season 20 of Big Brother?
I think there is the potential that this is a great classic season, as long as they just do not. I don't want any returners. That's pretty much the main thing. If we can avoid that, it'll be
Agreed.
Good. I don't want any. Ideally, I don't want any buybacks.
Yes.
Also, I don't want, you're out.
Yeah. So, Big Brother producers, if you're listening, please just let the newbies play. Don't put your grubby hand in the gameplay. You messed up season 19. Let that be a lesson. Let's move on.
Do we know how many days this season is?
I do not. Not sure. I did not see the list for that. But that being said, that hasn't been released could mean that there are some, second chances possibly being given. I don't want any of those.
Yeah. Because
they do keep getting longer, the season-wise.
That's why, because they keep having these, the buybacks, people coming back, and then they do having dead weeks, like with the what was it called last season when Jessica had that hex or whatever.
Temptation, yeah.
The week was a dud. Nothing happened. Nobody left. It's just extending it for no reason.
Right.
So I just want some pure gameplay. That's all.
It does seem though that with the app, what was that? What they call that? The BB App Store, that we have a little more as viewers, a little more hand in the game. It seems like maybe we can help out contestants.
I guess. They're going to do that anyway, so it's fine. You can't.
Right. But the way that it seems that we can punish the people we don't like and help the people that we do. So it seems like it's a little more than just the average text and vote for your favorite, get a care package type thing. It seems a little more than that because it's more based on your social media interaction and it's to promote the show. So I feel like they're going to go really heavy on that and make it pretty powerful.
Yeah, well,
but that's just my intuition.
We'll be on Twitter, so we'll be there.
Yes. That being said, follow us, Big Brother, House Party Big Brother podcast.
Yeah. And then I'm going to go and probably watch these. Did you watch these interviews?
I have not.
Matthews, because I'm going to probably watch these and regret my picks.
Yeah, that's what I like.
Just
wanted to go in with a clean slate. Yeah.
Just the bio.
I wanted my first video impression of them to be through the premiere episode.
Yeah, I will have a pretty good idea. So,
oh yeah, on our next episode, we'll talk about our first week of Big Brother and talk about our picks and how we feel the rest of the season will go based on that episode.
Yeah, well, we don't have a set recording schedule. But
no, we don't.
We'll probably do. You're off Thursdays, right?
No, I'm off Tuesday, Wednesday.
Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay, I thought it was Wednesday, Thursday. Oh, well, yeah, we could probably do. I guess we Wednesdays and maybe Sundays or something. But, yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. All right, well, I guess until the next episode, whenever that may be, I'm Ryan Duvall.
And I'm Andrew Cox.
And we will see you next time on House Party, the Big Brother podcast. See you guys.
See you.